Chapter 11. The Revolution. Oh no! What have I done? Selinko was shaking with tremors as he kneeled beside the corpse of his father and the two security officers. He had lost control, but he could never have imagined that he was so powerful. Could the contact with the Zito crystal be to blame?
The fifth age had ended. Revolution has begun.
Selinko stared at Thorax. The child had yet again luminous blue eyes. Who are you? Selinko asked.
I am Thorax Zelenkom, your son. The True Maker is speaking through me.
Thorax replied. The True Maker? You're meant to be dormant. Selinko stuttered.
I have been dormant for countless iterations of the Milky Way galaxy. However, this time is different. The Zetan race must reach its true potential. It is the only way to save humanity from extinction.
Thorax replied. Humanity? Selinko asked.
A sentient race on a faraway planet. Yet, our present focus must be to start Zetan revolution. Bring the Zito crystal to the main square in Rhonesia. Let the masses see the guiding lights that their elites have stolen from them.
Thorax replied. It will lead to war, and many will die, Selinko replied.
Yes, but it is the only way for the Zetan race to achieve true greatness. I have seen you wither and die in countless iterations of the Milky Way galaxy. Setting you free and unleashing your true potential is the only way to save you.
Thorax stated. By making us kill each other? How is that setting us free? Selinko asked.
In less than 100 millennia, the Zitani Maximus star will go supernova and destroy Zitani as well as its surrounding part of space. I have seen this happen 999 times in a row. The only way to get a different outcome is to get the Zito crystal out of this vault and unleash chaos. You wanted to father the chosen one, and this is your chance.
Thorax replied. Selinko looked at his beast-like offspring. He sensed immense mental powers from the baby boy, powers that were magnitudes greater than he could imagine. He realized that there would be one problem if he carried out the divine plan. He would lose his own life. He had committed patricide, and if he freed the people from their mental servitude, they would repay him with violence. Moreover, he had hidden the truth about Zito crystals for centuries, and they wouldn't appreciate him revealing it. Why do you need me to do it? You are much stronger than I am, Selinko asked.
I cannot make decisions that alter the outcome for the Zetan species. Only a Zetan can,
Thorax replied. Selinko nodded, grabbed the Zito crystal and left the vault. The sky was roaring with thunder as Selinko left the secret bunker in the mountains outside Rhonesia. This is strange. The weather is always pleasant on public holidays, Selinko thought. Then he remembered that Arila was due for execution on Mansion Island within the next hour. This exposed him to a dilemma. The True Maker had told him to take the crystal to the main square and reveal the truth, but he couldn't allow the mother of his son to die. She was priceless as she had helped him to create a new destiny. Thorax, should I head to the Rhonesian main square and reveal the truth, or should I save your mother? Selinko asked. Upon receiving no answer from his son, he turned around and saw the baby crawling on the ground, screeching unpleasant roars, acting like his usual self again. Selinko picked up the beastly baby. He knew what Thorax's silence meant. The True Maker had left the decision to him. Arila, I'm coming for you, Selinko thought, strapped the baby to his body, and ran as fast as he could to reach Mansion Island. As the twin suns set, they will purge the sin from your body with holy fire. Arila Kiran felt terror as the setting suns were getting closer to the point where they would merge into one. When that happened, a large prism would amplify their rays to scorch her with concentrated sunlight. Although public executions were rare at Zitani, she had attended a few in her life, as the tradition was to carry out executions during the autumn and spring equinox celebrations. She remembered the terrifying screams that the afflicted shouted as the concentrated sunlight slowly burned through them like the cuts of an old and rusty knife. "Let her go! She's innocent!" The crowds gasped, and Judge Jasper Jevenham stared at Zelenko as he came rushing while clutching his baby to his chest.
"What is the meaning of this nonsense? You cannot spare this woman. Only your father can," Jasper replied.
"My father is dead. I killed him an hour ago," Zelenko replied. Zelenko's revelation stunned Jasper and the crowds. After a few seconds of tense silence, Jasper spoke.
"Zelenko, do you realize what you're saying?
Did you just confess patricide to our Renesian citizens?" Zelenko turned to the crowds and spoke. "Yes, and I have an even bigger revelation. Citizens of Renesia, the ruling caste has lied to you for millennia. The crystal on display is not the real Zito crystal. I have the real one in my pocket, and it belongs to every Zitan. It will unlock your innate abilities."
"Guards, arrest this traitor at once!"
Jasper exclaimed, and several guards moved towards Zelenko.
"Oh, my legs!"
Zelenko turned towards Arila, who was chained to the altar. The concentrated prismatic sunlight was burning her feet, and it was moving towards her body. He needed to act.
"Arila, catch!"
Zelenko exclaimed, and he threw the Zito crystal to her. As Arila caught the crystal, she felt strange. Her body was surging with energy, and it seemed like time was slowing down. She flexed her muscles, and the chains that bound her broke. The crowds gasped in shock as Arila's chains broke, and the guards took a few steps back.
"Do I have to do everything myself?"
Jasper exclaimed, and blasted a psionic shockwave towards Arila that pushed her backwards while holding the Zito crystal. As she fell to the ground, the colorful light from the two suns hit the Zito crystal and revealed a tear in the space-time continuum. As space-time tore open, Jasper stepped back from the altar and didn't dare to intervene.
"Hurry through that tear in space,"
Thorax commanded and rushed towards the gap. As Arila saw her son in action, her spirits returned. The prophecy proved to be correct, and her son was the chosen one. She rushed towards the portal when Thorax grabbed her and spoke.
"Mother, the crystal needs to stay on Zitani, but we need to leave."
Arila nodded and threw the crystal to Kylo and hurried through the portal. Seeing this, Kylo and Zelenko rushed towards the portal. However, before entering the portal, Kylo followed his sister's example and threw the Zito crystal towards the crowd. Enraged with the master's deceit, the servant caste stormed the ruling council, and with the help of their newfound powers, they slew them all. Thus ended the Fifth Age on Zitani. The Sixth Age of the Zitans started. An era of innovation and exploration, where an individual's abilities meant more than his heritage. Neither my father, Zelenko Siplexum, nor any of the other liberators were ever seen on Zitani again. The End of the Fifth Age. Written by Kian Zelenkom, 71,200 years before present time.